Hello, this is Taps. How may I help you?
Brian received a call about a woman experiencing paranormal activity.
What is going on in the house? You've had your hair pulled?
Seeing shadows, toys turning on and off by themselves. Are there any children involved?
Yes, one, Jonathan.
How old?
He's 5.
There's also a small child involved, so the case does take priority over any other cases.
Does she herself feel threatened?
She's more concerned about the child.
You're going there to disprove the haunting, not prove a haunting. If you try to disprove and you're left with evidence, then you're left with evidence of a haunting. When we go to a home, our main goal is to find the scientific reason for what's going on. You need to get yourself into the mindset that there is nothing there. You're just going to try to find out psychologically what is making this woman believe something is there. My name is Jason Hawes. I founded TAPS in approximately 1990 to 1992. What I'd like to do is get a camera in here. Supposedly this is where most of the activity's been taking place. I started TAPS due to having my own paranormal experience. I'd also like to get a camera up in the son's bedroom, seeing that's where he's been playing with his imaginary friends. So. The Atlantic Paranormal Society, aka TAPS, whole role is to educate people in the paranormal.
All right, we're going to need to capture this whole hallway, so we're going to need a camera right there that's pointing this way. We're going to cover that whole area, and then we want to get this room, so we're going to need a camera right about here.
The only reason people fear the paranormal is because it's misunderstood or misrepresented.
When did you notice that something was a little different about your residence?
Actually, when we first moved in.
With
John, our son. He was sitting at a little table playing, and he was actually in this room by himself. I was in the kitchen. He was just talking up a storm, so I just came in and said, "John, honey, who are you talking to?" And he said, "Jane." And I said, "Who?" He said, "Jane. She's a very nice mommy." The previous owners of the house, his wife passed away in the house, and her name is Jane.
She died in this house?
Yes.
The piano has played sitting right next to it. The stereo that's up in the loft, it will just start playing. Footsteps walking across the floor upstairs. If you go a few days without hearing something or something being moved, we kind of wonder what's wrong.
Do you have a belief in the afterlife or in the existence of spirits?
Yeah, before we lived here, I wouldn't have said I'm a firm believer. Now, I definitely believe.
This is the mobile command unit. As you can see, this is where all the technical stuff happened.
Camera 2 is in position in the child's bedroom.
Camera 1 is ready to go online.
Right now we're recording up in the bedroom upstairs. That's where most of the activity happens. Over here what we're doing is we're running the sound systems. After every 9 seconds, if it does not pick up something that registers on a different frequency that we're used to, it just dumps it and it keeps on checking.
This is our audio recorder. We collect EVPs, which is electronic voice phenomenon. When we're in the room with the video cameras running, we ask certain questions that hopefully a spirit or whatever is in the house will answer.
Hey, Jane, Keith, you want to come up here for a minute, please?
I was upstairs and I asked the spirit, a girl named Jane, why she's here. And about 2 seconds later, all you hear is this male voice, a dominant male voice saying, "Get out." I knew it was none of us up there that said that, so it's we consider an EVP.
Both cameras aren't running at all, and the batteries are so fully charged that they just stop.
This is the fourth piece of equipment tonight that has simply stopped. It is pressed on record, and as you can see, it's not moving.
I've definitely seen stuff like this before. It's happened a couple times.
We did catch a lot of strange things, equipment turning on and off, some strange voices, sentences that we need to try to decipher.
We've got a lot of tape, both video and audio. You just got to go home and look at it and scrutinize it.
We caught no video evidence, but we did catch a lot of EVPs that can't be explained.
Where was this recorded?
This was upstairs in the bedroom. Some of the evidence actually supports that she might have a paranormal situation going on in the house. This one, it's a little strange. We kept on jumping up and down in frequency. It almost sounds like a ticking, and then you'll hear a voice in the background. It gets louder.
It's not one of us?
You can hear me talking.
Yeah, it's...
Now watch, we'll just play that isolation.
They're not totally clear. I mean, you hear the voice of a small girl, so she's probably not very strong.
I don't know, I'd like to get her impression on this, so why don't we head back up to her house? Maybe she can shed some light on it. Right?
Yeah, because it could mean something more personal with her.
Yeah.
That to me sounds like a little girl, maybe a very little boy, but...
It's a child.
Can you make anything out of that, or...?
I'm sorry. I just feel overwhelmingly sad, and I don't know why.
Well, it's also a big shock, all of a sudden, coming to the belief that there's something else after this, and so forth.
I really need to get a drink. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go for it, no problem.
It's easy to label a place as haunted and state that ghosts and things do exist, but it's trying to understand why and how they exist or coexist, and trying to explain that to the homeowners or the people dealing with a situation is the goal of TAPS.
I think the one thing we've left Tanya with here is a little bit of peace. She can maybe sleep a little easier at night and feel more comfortable with her child.